नान्यं गुणेभ्यः कर्तारम् यदा द्रष्टानुपश्यति गुणेभ्यश्च परं वेत्ति मद्भावं सोऽधिगच्छति. So what can actually keep me and take me along the path of liberation? What sort of practice? When the seer beholds no agent other than the gunas and knows that which is higher than the gunas, he attains to my being. Our Shastras are so kind and compassionate. They have clearly told that don't you worry about these gunas much. You just focus on transcending them. Why? Because your real nature is beyond gunas. Thankfully, that you don't have to entertain gunas anyway. If you don't entertain your gunas, then you will be able to transcend. And how do I do that? For that, all these types of upasanas have been told, but we as individuals, we get attached to upasana. We get so attached and conditioned by the upasana that we forget the very purpose of that upasana. Every Saturday I must go to Hanumanji's temple. I got stuck. Suppose I got stuck. Every Saturday I must go. So what was the purpose of going to Hanumanji's temple? So initially it was a very good idea because I was keeping so busy and all materially oriented. So it was good that I decided that let me go to a temple and calm down. At least once a week I go and treat myself with the higher thoughts. So I started going there. Then I got completely conditioned by it. Now I play havoc if I am unable to go on Saturday to that temple. The purpose is defeated. And then is there any growth because of that, or by habit I am going there? One must think whether I am doing it as a habit, or is it a practice, or is it benefiting me, or do I need to change some sadhana? It's a constant observation. Don't you keep changing your diet as per your requirement? Don't you keep changing your soap for that matter? Simple as that. Toothpaste, soap, your garments, everything you keep changing. To the extent you keep changing your domestic help if required. If you are fortunate, you won't keep changing your spouse. That's all. But you keep changing things. Why? As per the requirement. This is very important, to keep changing your way of worship. Observe what is required. I started with, say, 5 malas. Now I require 15, or maybe I require 1. Why should I stick to 5 malas? No, if I don't do 5, then something is going to go wrong. Hanumanji will spell negativities on me if I don't go on Saturday. That cannot be possible. So what is told over here? When the seer beholds no agent other than the gunas, so whatever is happening is the interaction of gunas, is the combination of gunas, is the impact of gunas, and this supreme, pure self has nothing to do with all that. So my focus should be beyond gunas. So when I am worshipping Hanumanji, I know that this worship is going to enhance my sattva, and that sattvic tendency will take me to the right knowledge of Hanumanji, and that is actually going to help me to transcend my gunas. To that extent, I'll have to understand the value of worship, the value of homam, the value of any rites and rituals that we are practicing or maybe performing then it is very interesting. Suppose you are chanting any stotra, Guru Stotram, you are chanting Sri Guru Stotram, simple. Every day you are chanting. So what was the purpose? Just remember. What is the purpose? The purpose is Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. This darkness of ignorance, which is the cause of my delusion, which has come out because of my tamasic tendency, is going to be removed by that Guru to whom I prostrate. And what is the purpose? Removal of ignorance, removal of tamas is going to take me to the being of that Guru. Bhagavan says, he attains to my being. So if this veil of ignorance is removed, then I'll come to the being of my own Guru. And that Guru whom I worship, that Guru whom I love and adore and revere, I have been worshipping him throughout my life. Don't I want to be closer to him? Don't I want to be closest to him? You are a worshipper of Sri Krishna, you are a worshipper of Lord Shiva, you are a worshipper of Guru. That's what Bhagavan says. You will transcend the gunas. These gunas are the impediment. They are creating that curtain between you and your true self, you and your Guru, you and your Bhagavan. Don't you want to remove that curtain? No, I want to entertain my gunas for what? What am I going to gain in this life if I keep entertaining the gunas? The only thing what I'll gain is a few more lives. Not a big deal. Anyway, they are going to come. I don't love Bhagavan that much. I love Bhagavan all right for good reasons. But I love my family much more. That is why I entertain my gunas. Because I have to, manage. I have to keep everybody happy. These people, very, very good-hearted people will say, I want to keep every member of my family very happy. That is why the whole day I am toiling. So you are entertaining not only your gunas, but everybody's guna. When are you going to transcend your gunas? Then you will get many more lives to do so now. Keep everybody happy. What about your true self? Forgotten. So, somebody said, no, I love Bhagavan more than anybody of my family members also. So the family members were around and everybody was in the family temple. In the house only, there is an altar. And in front of that altar, that very loving and kind of a daughter-in-law of the family told in front of God that actually, oh God, I love you more than anybody in this family. Anybody in family, not this family, in family. So this family got offended and said, how dare you say so? Your first duty is to love us and serve us, okay? So then this intelligent daughter-in-law said that then why do you have this temple here? Please remove this temple. When anyway we are supposed to love each other more than Bhagavan, then why keep Bhagavan at home? Only to cry, only to grab from him, only to for satisfying my greed and desire that I have a temple. Why do I have temple in the house then? This intelligent daughter-in-law must say that then, right? So no parents-in-law, no parents, no siblings, no children have any grudges. Should have, but they do have. The moment they see that you love Bhagavan more than the family members, everybody gets offended. What is Bhagavan telling us? Do not entertain the gunas. Focus on that which is beyond gunas, and then you'll come to me. Now, the whole of creation is the amalgamation of 5 great elements, and the 5 great elements are made up of 3 gunas, and the creation is the reflected or conditioned consciousness, not reality. Why do we in families entertain the idea of pulling everyone back to social way of thinking? Why don't we practice what the scriptures are telling us to do? Do you think that the scriptures will create such chaos in families that the families will start quarreling amongst themselves? No. In spite of no doubt how much one serves the family, yet there will be resentments and disappointments. So that was not the purpose. The purpose of having an altar at every household was so that everybody focuses on the higher, going beyond the gunas. If every member tries to go beyond gunas, then where are the quarrels? Where is the question of disappointment? Where is the question of expectations, hopes, desires? There can be the best way of handling family life by thinking of that which is beyond the gunas, and nothing will go wrong. Why? Because when the sattva is predominant in the mind intellect equipment, then only you can think beyond the gunas, and if it is so, then definitely you will not be negative, unkind, discompassionate and unconcerned about the family members. You will be more kind, loving, respectful, etc., etc. What is expected out of you as a family member anyway? So, those who practice the scriptural injunctions, they definitely have better interaction in the world. They should have. If they are not having better interaction, that means they are not practicing what the scriptures are telling, but they are having their own way of interpreting and understanding the scriptures, which is not going to work. So, this is the insight Bhagavan is giving as to why we need to worship, without which everything will go haywire. And then, not only that I'll have a lovely, harmonious, homogeneous, what else do you want to say? Life. But even I will transcend my fear of change, which is inevitable in life.